Ah, Wormholes. What a great place to be. It's so good to be home again. One thing about Wormholes is, it's a great place to bring your vendettas. Because your solar system can connect randomly anywhere in the galaxy. 1 minute, it might be a bunch of miners in your front yard. The next minute, it could be your sworn enemy. This is a story of a vendetta I have. Welcome to Nullsec. This is where I used to live, until the coalition I lived with pissed me off beyond repair. I was on a fleet op not long after this, and one individual, a secondary fleet commander, Core 6, told me to reship into a Saber.
Reship to a Saber. Reship to a Saber now.
So I did. And then I was told to stay with the fleet, and so I did. And immediately died.
Flying a Saber requires a brain, which is why you died.
So then I waited on a Titan for about an hour and a half, waiting to get bridged in.
Go ahead, warp your unit in. It's safe. You'll land on the fleet at 0 and can join the fight from there.
And then I died.
We intentionally got you killed to further our cause. You should be happy that you could contribute.
So at this point I was extremely pissed off, left, and went to join a wormhole corp that was about to get a new home, which is where we left off on the last video. But I held this vendetta against this group, a group called Northern Coalition, and I woke up this morning and I saw that we had connected directly to their space. There on the left I jumped in my Saber Scout to check out the area, looking for anybody that I could kill, really.
Oh man.
I traveled a good 20 jumps, 25 jumps, and then I found a group of Mackinaws that were mining. I didn't catch them in time, but I did warp my Saber to their player-owned station, glaring at them menacingly. They waved in local and I told them that Core 6 had sent me. Finally, 20 jumps later, I found a decent target, and I warped my Saber pilot to him. There he was, in all of his glory, an Orca. He belonged to a Russian renting corporation, but I will kill anything in Northern Coalition space for reparations. All I had to do was land a bubble on him. Bam, bubble up. I was so delighted that I actually caught him. I forgot Hazel was in the wrong system, so I had to jump her in. Reinforcements had arrived. My original intention was just to scare the bejesus out of him, but I kept hitting D-scan and realized there was no response fleet coming in to save this guy. So, I resumed in tearing him apart. Thankfully, he only had Tech 1 drones, so it was easy for me to defang him. At this point, I took a big risk and I let the bubble go down without dropping any more. I had hoped that he didn't have any warp core stabilizers, and his Orca stood still. evidence that he didn't come prepared. I finished defanging my prey, and at this point, all I had to do was mash D-scan and make sure no response fleets were coming in. I launched more drones because he had killed some of mine, and then I buckled in for the long haul. At this point, I caught one of his friendly combat ships on D-scan. I knew I had to hurry, so I started overheating my rack of guns. The cavalry had arrived, the jig was up, so I overheated my multi-spectrum shield hardener. I got the Orca. No time to sit around and watch the pretty explosion though. I had to get the fuck out of there before this goddamn Gila ended my day. Vengeance exacted. Op success. There you have it. 1.2 bill worth of vengeance. And as is customary, good fight in local.